bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum.
What song is that?
Bum ba-dum bum bum. Beep, 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 beep.
That sounds like you're punching numbers into a phone. It just sounds like a phone dial tone. I have no idea what you're even humming right now.
That was, come on, it was Flower Garden from Yoshi's Island.
We were literally just humming that.
I mean,
It just wasn't as enthusiastic as you, Scott.
I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. You can start it off.
No, I mean...
Okay, fine, Scott. You can start it off. That's okay. Hi, everyone. This is the Digicast. This is episode... Was that 19? Is that
19.
right?
19?
We've done 19 of these.
How are we still
Apparently,
doing this?
we've had at least a mild audience to do 19 of these, so that's good. This is going to be a very quick episode compared to what we normally do. It definitely is not going to be an hour long. Me and Scott kind of feel like shit. Mine's more or less just like, I just feel really tired and out of it, and my body is telling me to just go play Final Fantasy 15. I finally started it, by the way. It's been great. And Scott, you are actually sick.
I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit better now, but most of the day I was down for the count. And yeah, this is the Switchmas Eve special though.
Yes, Merry Switchmas.
Yes.
So we're gonna do some we're just gonna talk about like predictions for the Switch, and then we're gonna get all down and dirty, answer questions, and then that'll be it. So yeah, did you guys have a good week?
Yeah,
It's been good. Yeah.
Well, did you guys what recent games have you guys played, Nathaniel? But we should start introducing ourselves on these, by the way. That way, if anyone actually does come into these and listen, they know right off the bat who's talking. So, Nathaniel, did you play any recent games this week?
I have
Okay,
been
they've already
playing...
identified your voice. Scott, did you play any recent games this week?
What?
What the fuck?
No, seriously, did you play anything fun this week?
I did play something fun. I actually played 3D World on stream. You're not going to cut me off. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so the past week, I haven't been playing too much casually. I did play some 3D World on stream. I've been playing it for a video. I've been playing a few Wario games, actually. I recently put out top 10 about Wario. So that's pretty much all I've been playing the past week or so.
Scott, what did you play?
My own game, and that's about it. If you can even say I'm playing my own game, it's not
Well
really.
then, okay.
It's not really a whole thing yet. Yeah, I've been testing. How about that?
Play testing. That's cool. I mean, I imagine when you're working on your own game, you're probably not going to be playing a lot of other people's games, just for the sheer fact of you want to really get into things and focus, like laser focused it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, actually, I was telling Nathaniel before we started recording that I worked 34 hours the past 2 weeks on the game, which is way different than the 2 to 4 hours a week I was doing back in 2015. So
That's crazy, dude.
It is crazy.
Like tractor beam.
It's like full
you right
on.
in.
It's my full on second job now. It's the real deal.
Cool. I've actually been playing a lot of games lately. Oh my god. So me and a few of my friends picked up copies of the Monopoly Family Fun Pack for the PS4. Every night has been Monopoly night, and I've been so happy because for the last like 5 years, I have not had anyone who has wanted to play Monopoly with me, like in person.
Dude, we need to
In
play
person.
Monopoly. I am actually very competitive with
I'm
Monopoly.
super competitive in Monopoly. I'm a dick.
So.
I am a stubborn
Oh, me too.
dick in Monopoly.
So wait, you've been
love
playing like
playing
actual Monopoly, like where you get the board out and everything?
Oh no, we can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Who's got
Wait,
time for that?
what? Ew.
No, we played PS4 Monopoly.
Okay,
So,
PS4 Monopoly.
Actually, the games do go by quicker because you don't have to do any of the math. It's all just done for you because the game does that, and I can be a lazy asshole and just sit back on my couch and drink my hot tea. I've also been getting into hot tea lately. It's been nice. I'm trying to weed off some Dr. Pepper I've been drinking by filling that void with hot mango black tea from Tivana. I'm hoping that I can get sponsored by them one day. So I'm going to mention that pretty much every week on the show, by the way. So, anyway.
For free.
Yeah, Monopoly Night, yeah, for free. Monopoly Night's been great. Me and my friends have been getting on pretty much every single night playing like 4 or 5 hours of Monopoly, like getting 2 games in, mortgages, fighting off people. It's been fantastic, and I want to start betting because I want to get real into it.
Wow.
Dude,
we should
gotta play
totally
the real Monopoly. What are you talking about?
I'll play real Monopoly too. This is just what I have to do for now.
Okay. I played the really old PC version of it like a long time ago, and it had this theme song that was like, "Come on, let's play Monopoly, fast cars and ritzy
That
property."
sounds so bad.
It was terrible, but it was so...
I mean, that sounds really bad.
It was one of those things that was so bad it was good, though, and the game itself wasn't awful for the time. I think it was a 90s game, actually. I can't remember now, but if we had like the PC version of any kind, really, I think it would be an awesome idea for us to do like a Monopoly podcast where we're just playing a game of Monopoly as we do the podcast.
Oh my god,
audience could watch. Yeah, it'd be great.
You guys need to get PS4s then.
Or we could just
you guys need to get PS4s now.
What we should do is just actually play on an actual game board and then just stream us playing Monopoly.
I'd be fine with this too. That's a good video idea. But I think my favorite part about the PS4 version is the announcer is a condescending dickhead. And it is so great because you'll start to mortgage stuff and he'll be like, "That'll keep you in the game." It's like he's such a dick. It is so great. Ubisoft did such a good job getting a good voice actor for that. I love it. It's so perfect. He's such a condescending asshole. And every time I mortgage something or I have to mortgage something, even if I'm just gathering money to put more houses on something, he'll say that. And I'll just be like, "You asshole. No, I'm going to win this game and I'm going to put you down."
Oh my god.
That's got to get old though, right? Like
my audio peaked really high.
If it's the voice like saying the same stuff over and over again.
I mean, it really doesn't. Like it's because it's kind of cringy in that regard too. The voice editing is so forced and it is kind of cringy, so it does make me laugh quite a bit. But along with that, I 100% Shantae the Half Genie Hero. I already did that. That was a good game. Good game. I enjoyed it.
Wow.
Not as much as Pirate's Curse though. Pirate's Curse I think is still a better game overall. But Half Genie Hero was really fun. I would recommend it to anyone out there who is a fan of 2D platformers. And then I finally just started Final Fantasy 15. Finally started Final Fantasy 15. Is great. Is good. I definitely feel like I've already got my money's worth out of it because I'm constantly trying to nick that completionist streak in me. With this game, I can't do that. Otherwise, I'll stay up until 7 o'clock every morning trying to get every last new piece of food so Ignis can always be like, "I've come up with a new recipe." It's really great.
Is that how he sounds?
Yeah, that's exactly how he sounds. Like a Cockney kind of British/Australian voice actor. I can't really tell. It's like a weird mix. I don't know if like his mom and his dad had him. I don't know.
It sounds like it's a bad voice actor, like if they're mixing the wrong accents together.
No, it's not bad voice acting. It is kind of funny though because all the voice acting is good, but some of it doesn't feel like it works in the world together. Like you have Ignis, who's kind of more of a Cockney British like butler, and then you have this dirty garage handler. Like it's basically Sid. Sid in this game is just some old dirty garage guy, and then you'll run up with your car or something, and he'll be like, "So you need something fixed on that car?" There is something really hicky and back home like that. I don't really know. I don't know. They just don't really fit that well. But the voice acting is all good. Just sounds weird sometimes when you're talking to each other.
Yeah. How much is a PS4 right now? Anyway, is it like $300 bucks?
It's enough. It's enough to where you can afford it and play Monopoly with me.
Well, I was actually a little more thinking about Final Fantasy 15 since that's what you were talking about. But yeah, Monopoly, totally. I'll pay $300 for Monopoly because, hey, why not?
There is no way I'm paying for Monopoly on a console.
Yeah,
like,
no
you gotta
joke.
play it on an actual board. There's so many boards. There's hundreds and hundreds of varieties, and you choose PS4.
I mean, I don't have to play on an actual board. It didn't bother me to play.
I have to play on an actual board. I can't because I just have to.
But like the nice thing about playing it on a PC or on a console is that that digital version takes out all of the work. Like you don't have to like sort actual cash or roll your dice or like
That's the
Yeah,
fun.
Nathaniel,
have the
not all
trouble.
of us live near our friends either. Some of us are alone.
Like, have you tried pulling the cards out of that chance deck where you're like, you can't even get like the top card all the time, and then it flips over and everyone sees it, and you're like, ah, crap, I have to draw another one. Like, all
Oh,
that's
the worst is
gone.
whenever you're trying to sort your money to like under the lip of the board, and then you're trying to stuff a few ones under there, and you can't get it to just line up correctly, and then
you know
end up
what?
shoving like 50 bills under there, and you're like, oh my god.
That's exactly the thing. Is that I bet the reason Nathaniel wants a board is so that he can cheat.
Yeah, so you can stockpile money under there and just completely fuck me later.
No, there was one time I've cheated one time playing Monopoly, and I lost.
Are you serious?
I lost miserably, and ever since then I haven't cheated.
How did you cheat?
I took an extra 500, but it didn't matter because I lost terribly. So ever since then,
Only won 500?
yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't want to make it too obvious.
I mean, late game 500 is not a lot. So
Yeah, it's not. It was near the beginning of the game when I took
yeah.
it, but I just kind of hit it underneath. But it didn't matter. I lost anyway. So ever since then, I have not cheated, and I don't cheat.
Did you tell the people at the end of that game that you cheated?
Yes, I did. I admitted
Okay.
it.
I used to play with my grandma a lot, and if I cheated, she probably would have beaten my ass. So I didn't. I've never once cheated in Monopoly because that
my
old
God.
woman was a biddy, and she would have killed me.
Whoa.
Yeah, she was super competitive in
That's
Monopoly.
serious. That's dramatic.
Yeah, me and my friend, when I used to live back at my parents' place, me and my neighbor, like every weekend, we would play Monopoly for like 6 hours.
Wow.
It was the greatest
Man,
thing. We'd play a couple
I
games.
miss
Like
that.
we were so good at the game that we actually, like when we rolled the dice, we didn't even have to count out where to go. We just knew exactly where to go right away. Like we were
yeah.
very, very efficient with playing, and we'd play like 2 or 3 games in one sitting. That's
Something
how
else you
quick
don't
it
have to
went.
do in a digital version. You don't have to count the little squares as you move your game piece.
I don't have to do that anyway because I've memorized how
Yeah,
everything
same here.
moves. So.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to talk about Switchmas Eve?
Sure, let's talk about another video game.
So, as we all know, the Nintendo Switch is getting revealed on the 12th, right? Like the night of the 12th?
Yes.
Oh my god, my ear. And so that's cool, and I believe that someone's creaming themselves. I'm not that excited. I mean, I got a little dribble going on down there, but I'm not all over the place here.
I'm pretty hyped.
Please continue.
Sounds like you need to continue. With all the rumors floating around out there, do you guys actually think a lot of it's true? I mean, I read it and then I just kind of let it go out of my mind because there's so many Switch rumors going on right now. I just can't even really. I don't even know what to think about all of
Yeah,
it.
there's too many to keep up with. I follow the Switch rumor master Laura Kate Dale on Twitter, and like every other day she posts like 30 tweets about new Switch rumors, and it is freaking impossible to keep up. But I guess just real quick to talk about some of the things that I think will end up happening. I really think we're gonna get a Zelda and a Mario day one. I think the console's gonna be $300. I think the virtual console will still suck. It'll be the exact same thing, and we will get a official day that the console will be coming out in March. And a lot of people are saying March 17th. I don't know how you guys feel about that date. I think that sounds like a good date for them.
I would honestly wonder if they're going to do it on March 10th, which is like Mario Day. I guess Nintendo's really trying to push that thing in the last
Right.
few years.
That's right, yeah. They could do
Yeah, I
that
don't know.
too. I could see that.
Yeah, my dad's birthday's on Mario Day, so
Oh,
maybe
wow.
I'll have to. Maybe I'll send him a Switch for his birthday, and I won't buy one.
Oh my god.
No, I'd rather buy him an NES Classic if I can find one. Restocking jokes.
They're still sold out, aren't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get one.
Wow.
So
That's pathetic.
yeah, I know.
What-
like
what-
again, that should have been one of the easiest things Nintendo could have done this holiday season,
I know.
but they didn't.
Yeah.
So hopefully they don't do that with the Switch. Like if there's one thing I want Nintendo to get right with the Switch, it's not online. It's not, a good like chat ecosystem. It's not cheaper virtual console prices. It's just stocking the goddamn console.
Yeah, but
make that happen, Nintendo. That is such an easy thing you can do.
If it is to be believed with how many units they said they were going to ship that first month or whatever, you already know that they're not stocking it well. Because I think it was 2 million, and I think Wii U shipped like 4. So they're going to ship like half the number of units that the Wii U shipped initially. Now,
wait, is that what they're predicting is 2 million?
I thought I remembered reading an article a while back that was the number that they were actually shipping initially, was 2 million units.
Oh God, I am pre-ordering one immediately.
Oh my God, Nintendo.
I probably will pre-order one myself. Yeah. I'm probably gonna buy like 3 of those things, honestly.
Contrary to popular opinion, I will not be pre-ordering one. I know no one believes me, and that's okay.
No, you're not gonna pre-order one. You're gonna buy one on launch day.
I'm not gonna buy one on launch. Can we just let this go?
No.
Can we just let this wither and die like
not until you buy
like
one.
Dane Cook's comedic career?
Think about how good it'll be for like the audience retention though, Jacob, if like you suddenly like flip out and then like have this dramatic moment where you have to go buy a Switch. It'll be perfect for the show.
That would make a good little skit, like for the Indie Jacob series. That would be fun. But it's not gonna happen. Because I'm Jacob and I have principles, and Nintendo screwed me royally with the Wii U on launch day, and I won't be making that same mistake again.
Like the principles you had with Paper Mario Color Splash.
I had lots of principles of Paper Mario Color Splash. Don't you dare bring that. It was a dark moment in my life last year. Don't you bring that up again.
What were you gonna say, Nathaniel?
I was just gonna ask, you got any Switch predictions as well? Any that I didn't bring up?
Do I or Jacob? Or
Both of you.
us? Oh.
I really don't. I mean, honestly, like I don't. Everything is so up in the air. It's such a toss-up at this point. Nintendo's in a position where they could continue to go down the path they've been going down, the last decade, or they can make a big company switch, no pun intended, and like change the entire course of what their company mentality is, which I honestly kind of feel that's what they're trying to do. And that's really the vibe I got watching that initial reveal trailer, and that's one of the other reasons I feel that the Nintendo Switch is that's the reason it's called that. I don't know if that's a little too meta or anything, but that to me does kind of make sense. It's more of a corporate mentality, and like the console itself can switch from handheld to home. So maybe I'm just reading too into that, but I don't know.
I just really want it to be successful. I don't know if
I do too.
And the trouble is I can't even necessarily like throw out a prediction to say that I think it's going to be. I want to believe
I can't
it
ever
will
predict
be.
Nintendo.
Yeah, that's true. But like I just really want it to do well, because I like the concept of it. And so far from what I've seen, I really like the direction they've gone with it. I think they've done a pretty good job with marketing, as much as everyone likes to crap all over Nintendo and stuff all the time. But I think with this time around, they've kind of learned from the past mistakes, like with a lot of areas, and they're doing a lot of things right. So from that standpoint, I just really hope it does well.
I think some people like genuinely believe that I don't want the console to be successful, and that's not even that could not be further from the truth. I want this to be successful. I want a Switch. I just right now I don't want one, based on what I've seen. I mean, it looks cool and I'm interested in it, but I feel I've been burned a lot by Nintendo past few years, and I'm on the teetering edge right now with them as a company. If I'm going to continue to support them or not. I mean, I eventually will probably get a Switch. I mean, I'm not saying I'm never going to get one, but if I knew the outcome of the Wii U, I either would not have gotten one, or I wouldn't have gotten one until I saw like that Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon bundle. I'm at least going to wait until there's a game bundle in there, or something like a new F-Zero comes out. So that's where I'm at, and my honest predictions with the Switch are, I have no predictions. Nintendo as a company is so hard to predict, and they are so outside the box, and sometimes they do stuff simply just to be different. So I'm not even going to bother predicting stuff. I could say something like what Nathaniel said is, the one thing I know will probably still suck is the Virtual Console will probably still suck. Mm-hmm. As far as their online goes, I genuinely think they'll keep improving that, or at least they hope they do. Otherwise, I have no idea what they're planning on doing. If they're gonna make a Rabbids game with Mario, all is lost, and I have no other thing to say. How?
I'm gonna have to buy that day one, just for you. Tell you how great it is.
And I hope it's great, but in my opinion, Rabbids are the minions of the game world. Just
they are.
Lifeless, worthless, stupid. There's nothing to them. I'm going to see 40-year-old widows walking around with T-shirts of Rabbids on them. I mean, god damn it. Like, why? What are minions? Why? Why? Why?
We've ranted about this before.
I guess I would predict that the new Zelda and the new Mario are both going to be awesome, even though we've only seen like a little microsecond basically of the Mario. But like, I'm really
don't worry, that was nothing short of amazing to Game Explain, because they still made like a freaking 10-minute analysis video.
Well, that's because it's Game Explain.
That was amazing. Like, how did they? That was actually an amazing achievement. How did their video was 11 minutes long, of about 7 seconds of gameplay, and they managed to find so much in that 7 seconds to make an 11-minute video. Like, that was seriously like, how did they do that?
They're pushing that YouTube. They're pushing that YouTube skill pretty hard there, Nathaniel.
They are.
All I can think of is Andre from Game Explain sitting back in his chair watching that, and he's like, "I've come up with a new recipe."
And then what does he say after that?
Nothing. He just snaps his fingers and walks off.
Or does the double clap where he's like, "Oh, new recipe."
That's it, guys. We're gonna get Game Explain on this podcast someday.
Yeah, it's so gonna happen, guys.
Honestly, I
this
think
is gonna blow up. This podcast is so gonna blow up in 2017. I'm calling it right now.
Okay,
calling it right now.
Here's the thing, though. I know somebody that has good connections with Game Explain. So if I really tried, I could probably get one of them on here.
I mean, that'd be cool. Even though we kind of we kind of mildly just shit on their channel for about a minute but I don't think they'll care.
I don't think they're going to go back and watch this.
Maybe they would do it as a leisurely activity, because doing it professionally might be kind of a downgrade for them.
And we all know how professional this podcast is.
I've got a new recipe.
Do we really have much more to say about the Switch? I mean, it's exciting. It's coming out, or whenever you're going to be watching this video, it'll like be here in a couple days, where we always record these like on Sundays.
Yeah, I'm just awaiting Thursday night, and that the sleeplessness, sleep-deprived night and amazing night it's going to be.
Totally.
That's it.
Oh, hey, really quick. Nintendo's doing a Treehouse event, right?
Yeah, the morning after. So
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
It's cool, but it's not going to be cool for me, or probably you, Scott. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to get any sleep that night, because I'm going to be making videos on the Switch all night, and then the Treehouse is right after. Oh, give me a break.
Yeah,
see, that's Nintendo's strategies. They want to suck the Nintendo YouTubers further in and into their web. They want you guys to become nothing but just popcorn, just night dwellers, and then you'll have to make constant videos about them and live off of the Switch, and then they'll have you.
So basically, we're all trying to become Game Explain, is what you're saying.
Yes, you're all just forming Game Explain's web of death.
Sweet.
Yeah, Nintendo has you guys. They have you guys by the balls, right by the balls. And if you're a girl, I guess
it's fine by me.
By the flat part.
I would say they primarily have Nathaniel by the balls more so than me. I'm gonna be staying up voluntarily. Nathaniel's like, this is my moment, you know.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was just thinking today. I was like, I started doing this YouTube thing seriously at like the worst possible time for a Nintendo channel. Like, I started in 2013 when the Wii U had like 2 games for it, Mario Kart 8 and Mario 3D World, and that was it. And like, this is the first time I'm finally gonna have something that's gonna have that's finally gonna be a big deal.
Well,
so
hopefully it's gonna be a buy low and sell high situation, and everyone who got in on that Wii U ground floor will be able to ride the wave right up. We'll find out.
Let's do questions.
Yeah, let's do questions. That's pretty much all we got to say about this.
We'll have plenty more to talk about in regard to the Switch after that.
Yes. Next Sunday.
Yeah, it's because we genuinely just know nothing. Like, nothing is confirmed except for the name Nintendo lied about the footage in that trailer. It was superimposed in there, and that's it. That's all we know. So
that's making an
exciting
assumption
times.
that they lied, but okay. I mean,
Yeah.
they might not be lies. Who knows?
They lied.
We don't
Lies.
know. They might have. You want to make a bet?
Yeah. See,
You
look,
wanna
you're
bet?
defending them right now because you
I'm
are
not.
so up in their asshole. And
I'm
you
not
know
defending them. I'm saying they could have lied and they might not have lied, but you're just automatically saying, "Yep, they definitely lied. Totally misled us. 100%."
They lied. No, I'm totally not being sarcastic.
I
They
will
straight
bet.
up
I will
lied.
seriously bet you $10 that Skyrim is coming to.
He's
the
gonna bet
Switch.
you a Super Mario Run that Skyrim is coming to the Switch, Jacob.
Yes.
I
Is that
will
a
bet
That's a
deal?
lot of money.
So many 500s in Monopoly that they're not going to have Skyrim.
You won't bet $10 too? Oh.
I will so bet. Yeah, I want a copy of Super Mario
It's
Run. I want
official?
your login to Super
right.
Mario Run.
Dude, I will give you my login.
What? Isn't that a Google login? I thought it was.
Where did
Was it?
Where did this
Oh,
even
yeah, it is.
escalate?
Oh,
to?
no, wait.
I was joking. I don't even remember what I
I think
was
it is a
even, like,
Nintendo account,
bitching
actually.
about.
Yeah, no, Super Mario Run uses a Nintendo account.
Yeah,
Got those reward points at stake.
that's
in this
true.
bet.
Oh my God, those precious gold reward coins.
Hey, those are pretty
They're worth
serious, all
so
right?
much.
pretty
30%
serious.
off a copy of Super Mario World. That's what's at stake here.
You're going to be able to get like additional outfits for Splatoon and stuff with those points. You don't even know.
Oh my God. Oh, I can have a reason to buy Splatoon now. Down to good questions.
Okay, yeah. Questions.
I honestly don't even know how that escalated so fastly.
I will actually bet with you if you want to. $10.
I'm not even. I don't even know what I was betting to. I was in a thing.
Okay,
I was
well,
doing a
here's-
bit. I'm not even sure what was happening. That
Okay,
my mind is gone right now.
So here's the official bet. You can say
I'm
no.
just-
I don't care. But
What is the official bet? Y'all. I
So-
will hear your terms. We'll make it like a trade in Monopoly. Let me hear
Okay.
your terms and I'll counter offer.
okay, so what you were saying was you think that Nintendo was lying to us about some of the games, aka Skyrim's actually not coming to the Switch. I'll bet you $10 that Skyrim will be coming to the Switch, and if it doesn't come to the Switch, then I give you $10.
Oh, I mean, I was just kidding.
Okay, well,
Solves that mystery.
fine, be like that.
Yeah. Oh, we can't have any highbrow drama on this podcast.
Jacob, how do you expect him to be able to afford Super Mario Run 2 when it comes out?
I
know.
will definitely bet you $100 that we'll make this interesting. $100 that I will not buy a Switch, and we'll up the ante from what the original $20 bet was.
Dude, that's so dumb. That just means you're gonna
I
try to
make like
get
a
like
real bet.
40% off or whatever that's gonna be, like
Exactly.
for way after launch day or something. That's
That's
dumb.
the plan.
That's
That's
dumb.
the plan.
No, screw that.
I want $100 if I don't buy the Switch.
There's
if
no
there's
point in
3D
taking that.
Mario,
You're a terrible
No
an
bettor.
F-Zero, or a DKR2.
You are terrible at betting. I was
I'm
trying
not
to do
terrible
something
at betting.
I was trying to do something fair. Like the luck was perfect on both of our ends. And you're like, "No, just give me $100."
That's how you win a bet. That's how you win a
No.
bet.
Well, I'm not betting with you unless it's fair on both of our ends. So
But the audience, Nathaniel. Think about the
No.
audience. We
No.
could skyrocket onto YouTube's front recommendations page about
that's
this.
not. We're not Saturday Night Live. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have another picture of Shantae with boobs. We will get up to that front page. It will happen.
I don't think so. But okay.
I don't think so either. We only got like 1,400 views out of those boobs.
Still 1,400, man. That's better than like 6.
Yeah, but last show we got like almost 1,200 now. Like
That's some serious analytical growth right there. We did good. We did good. That was a smart business decision we made right there. Was using and abusing the woman's body. That's how you get big on YouTube, apparently.
yeah, okay.
Well, that's not just YouTube. That's like literally anything.
Yeah, true.
Like, if you like, that's why every single commercial has some sort of sex appeal in it, whether it's just like some kiss or whatever, because sex sells.
Yeah, I remember the Skittles commercial where it had the guy who was like
Oh my gosh.
jizzing Skittles. It was the greatest thing ever. It's like, ooh, it's about to come, it's about to come, ooh. So, questions. We got one here from Tucker. How badly do you guys all want an NES Classic?
Why are you reading it with that accent?
Because his name's Tucker.
So? Tucker could just be like Tucker. Like
Tucker could be like Ignis from Final Fantasy 15, but I'm just being a stereotypical jerk.
Anyway, Tucker says, I'm asking this because I never told anyone I wanted one, nor if I did want one, I wasn't going to get one. Come Christmas Day, the last present I open is the NES Classic. I was in complete awe for the rest of the night, and I didn't even ask for one.
My question is, Tucker, how did
they
they get access to one of those things?
What did your mom have to do, Tucker?
I'm scared to know like how much money or what kinds of horrible deeds were done so that they could get him a NES Classic.
Yeah.
But
And the worst part about this is the fact that we're even joking about that. That's the worst part about this whole conversation.
I'm not even joking. I'm serious. but to
the fact that we're even being mildly serious about this is the problem with the NES Classic stock.
To answer the question, though, I don't care. I've never cared about having an NES Classic. As soon as I found out it didn't have cartridge support, they lost me immediately. But I do want the controllers, and I am still waiting on them to restock those stupid controllers. But by the time they do, I probably won't even want those anymore, because then we're going to have the Switch, and we all know that there's going to probably be like a kajillion controllers for the Switch. So there goes that idea.
Yeah, pretty much same with you. I wanted one on launch day because I wanted to make a review of the console, but then I went to my first GameStop, and they're like, yeah, sorry, they're actually sold out all around the area. And I was like, well, guess I'm not getting one.
Yeah.
I just want one because I think they're adorable and I want to play a few games on it.
I mean, if I can
That's
find
all.
one for like $20 in 2 years, then sure, maybe I'll get it. But I'm not interested in paying $60 for it. Not
Ooh,
anymore.
I did hear that modders already figured out how to add additional ROMs to it, though. That's pretty
I
cool.
saw that.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I heard that too.
That's
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Pretty deep.
Pretty dang.
deep. Jamie asks, what are some of your guilty pleasure games?
I don't know if I have any.
I know we've talked about this in the past. But,
I think we have, yeah.
I'm gonna have to say just Sonic R, still a guilty pleasure game for me.
Yeah, I wonder if they're looking for something like Senran Kagura, but
Oh, and Honey Pop, I like that game too.
I like Honey Pop.
Game's
That's
fun.
definitely a guilty pleasure game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
I don't really have a guilty pleasure game. I mean, I guess I don't know, like any of the Tales of series, because the voice acting is so horrendous in there and it's cringy, but I think it's fun.
I think your guilty
So-
pleasure game is actually Monopoly for the PS4.
That's true.
No, that-
oh, yeah, that's got to be it.
There's no guilt. There's no guilt. I feel no guilt in that game. Just pleasure.
Oh God.
You said that so bad. Okay. From Dean. Dean, what's your favorite gaming genre? Racing games. Boom.
Mine
3D
changes
platforming.
every single week.
What?
I think Nathaniel was going to say 3D platformers.
I did.
Yeah. And then I was saying mine changes every single week. Like it used to be RTS, and then it went to like Space Sim for a little while, and then it went to probably like action adventure games for a very short sliver of time, and then it went back to Space Sim, and then back to RTS for a while. So probably one of those, I guess, maybe. And I guess Metroidvania, right? That's a given with me.
Mine would be racing and hack and slash action games. Boom, 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 boom.
The only
And
racing game I
then
super
2D
like
platformers.
would have to be Diddy Kong Racing.
That's because it is a masterpiece, and Nintendo needs to at least acknowledge that the game exists.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, 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 bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum. Ba-da-da-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum.
I want Diddy Kong Racing 2.
I know. We all know.
I'm getting really into this.
How do you guys feel about the Luigi's Mansion games? Do you want a third game?
Love the first one. Second one was kind of mediocre for me.
Yeah.
I
More
only
like the
ever
fact-
played the second one. I've never tried the first one. I just thought it was all right.
Oh,
So
you should play the first one.
Yeah, the
haven't
first
played
one I
enough
was
of the
never
second
terribly
one
crazy
even.
about.
yeah, a lot of people seem to either really like the first one or just think the first one's kind of meh.
I think
It is
I think
definitely
back
one of
in
my
the
favorite
day,
GameCube games.
like when GameCube, because that was a launch game with the GameCube, I think, and then like
Yep.
I was always like, I always looked at that, and I mean, no offense to Luigi, even though like a lot of people like Luigi's literally second choice, but like I was always kind of like, why isn't this a Mario game? Like, why is this Luigi's Mansion? And then when I played through it, I think I was like, why is the number of hours of gameplay so short? And I mean, I don't think that now, but back then I was like, offended. I was like, Nintendo, why didn't you just give us a Mario game? Why is this a Luigi game? That's like breaking tradition.
I like the first one a lot. It's one of my favorite GameCube games, and
Okay.
the second one, what felt like, felt kind of lame. I don't really know the correct way to describe it. It was during that period where Nintendo was like taking the new Super Mario Brothers syndrome and applying it to every other Mario game, and that was really annoying. Like it felt it was a lot more linear. Everything was kind of levelized, for lack of a better term, and way too straightforward. So I didn't really dislike it. It was fun, but it just didn't hook me. I mean, the first one hooked me, and I've replayed the first one at least 20 times, 100% completed it. I treat it like an arcade game. I try to go back and constantly complete it and get a better score, keep always getting a bigger house at the very end of it, and then continuously getting more money. I always treat it like that. So I mean, I think it just intrigues me because it is so different. There's no other Nintendo game like it. That's why I like it so much. So hopefully they will either remaster it or re-release it with a Switch. So I don't know. Actually, that's something else that would probably make me buy a Switch. If I got a Luigi's Mansion remaster, I'd probably buy that shit so fast, and I would hand my $20 over proudly to Nathaniel. No bitching would happen.
I'm gonna have to look up the graphics for that now because I remember Luigi's Mansion looking like really good though. Like I do remember that.
It still looks very good. It has a very appealing art style, and I mean, honestly, nowadays it still looks semi-realistic, even though it's a Mario game.
Yeah, like
That's
even
a lot
Rogue
of
Squadron
GameCube
back in the
games.
day, I was like, wow, like that.
Yeah.
I think I look at that now and I'm still like, that still looks like really good.
Honestly, a
That's the
lot
thing.
of GameCube games look really good.
Yeah.
Still to this
Yeah.
day, like Sunshine, Mansion, Double Dash, Melee.
That's the
They
thing.
all
If you
look
have a
great.
good art style, you can maintain the test of time. That's
Yeah.
something that so many game developers don't understand and constantly strive for realism. But in the 6th and 7th generation of games, you still needed to push for a better art style because as much as I love the game, Resident Evil 4 is kind of ugly. I mean, it's a good game, but replaying it now, I mean, it is kind of an ugly game, but the remasters do make it look better. Obviously, like the better lighting, better texture work, and all that stuff. But, and I've said this many times, Eternal Darkness, one of the ugliest, smeariest, pissiest looking games ever. It is so disgusting to look at. It's very fun to play, though. But it is horrid to have on my screen. Oh my. Don't you dare get the chicken back out.
The chicken is actually hiding in one of my. I can't get to it. Let's say that much.
Yes, good.
Unfortunately. Good.
So
What's the next
we
question?
need to modify his squeak and make him our mascot. Well, for time, I think I'm actually gonna make this the last question, but I feel like we've kind of answered this before, at least one similar to it. So Christian Corona says, first, I'm a huge fan of the Digicast, and my question is, what do you most hate about modern gaming? I don't mean on this DLC and etc., like current trends you see in video games, mechanics, presentation, etc. I feel like I've said this before. Mine would be forced tutorial missions that are integrated into the first chapter of a game. That can get really annoying. But I think something else I don't like going on right now is walking simulators, because we're getting a lot of lazy ones. There are good ones like Firewatch. That's the only one coming to mind right now. There's a lot of crappy ones, but Firewatch is good. I don't know, but what are you guys?
I'd probably say like you. Definitely, I hate super long tutorials. It seems like games are filled with those, and they just drag on and on and on. And then another thing I thought about is I think games focus way too much on cinematics. Like as an example, I haven't played The Division, but I've heard The Division has beautiful cinematics. Same with Quantum Break, a game that really focused just on the cutscenes, but the game itself was lackluster and didn't look nearly as good as the cutscenes. So that's another trend that I'm getting kind of tired of seeing.
Yeah. Something Final Fantasy, both of these topics we're talking about, something Final Fantasy 15 does very well. The in-game cinematics that are kind of incorporated into the gameplay are really, really well done. Like, it's really flashy and the combat's interesting. But also, at the very beginning of the game, you have an optional tutorial. Like, it's nothing that's just ham-fisted to you at the beginning. You have the option, do you want to do the tutorial? Do you not? It's like, you probably want to do it. That way you at least are familiar with the game's mechanics, but you can jump in raw, no experience. You can just go for it and learn as you go. Me, with that option available, I actually did the tutorial because I knew the combat system was a lot deeper in this game. So that was nice, and I could quit it at any time and proceed with the story. So more of that gaming industry. The
thing that I have been ranting about a lot this past week is free-to-play and microtransactions. I'm so done with it. And I've had people try to sell me on those things' merits, and I'm more and more coming to the conclusion that there's just like nothing good about free-to-play microtransaction game design at all. I haven't played one that I haven't played a single game that follows that model that I actually enjoy, and I don't foresee myself ever doing that, because there's always some artificial thing that brings people back day after day to waste time and to do something that's really like vapid and empty, without a lot of substance, and it's just so that they'll be more likely to like pay for something in a microtransaction. So I want to see all of that be over with.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That is really annoying to see too. It's more or less annoying, like what we talked about last week, to see the effect it's had on people. The actual business model itself, I don't have a lot of issues with. It is annoying, but the way people have reacted to it and adopted it or not adopted it, that whole thing is what's annoyed me about it.
Yeah.
Well, I think with that, that was a nice, solid, well, albeit a little bit shorter episode this week. I think that was a good episode of the Digicast. Yeah, I just think this is the last Digicast that we will not know everything about the Switch. That's exciting. That's exciting stuff.
Maybe. For all we know, Nintendo could leave out something big like price point for the presentation. I don't think they will, but I have a feeling that they might leave out one or two details that we really needed to know, but they're not going to tell us. But we'll see. I mean, what's cool is that it's rumored, another rumor, but a lot of people are saying this thing's going to be an hour long, so I really think they're going to cover a lot.
What if this is what happens? Like, the first scene opens up with a reincarnated version of Satoru Iwata, and he's holding up a Switch, lays it on a table, stabs it with a knife, and then slowly the Wii 3 logo pans up.
I think I would actually grab a rope, tie it to the ceiling, and hang myself. Just have to do that.
I think I would drive down to Virginia and join you.
Yes. I'll tell you what, Jacob.
I will share rope with you.
I will bet you money.
That's the sign of friendship. Will you share your noose with me?
Yes.
Sorry, Scott.
I was just saying, I will bet you money that that's not going to happen.
$100.
Yeah, I will bet you $10,000 that won't happen, Jacob. Because again,
I just want those odds.
I just want to make sure that I win the bet, so I'm going to put in as much money as I can.
Dude, now you are talking, and if I am stupid enough to take that bet, you've already won.
Deal. That's a great bet. Okay.
Yeah. If you guys have enjoyed Nathaniel's sexy voice on this podcast, you can go check him out at...
Just look up my name, Nathaniel Bandy. You'll find me on the YouTube.
He is that popular.
Apparently.
If you liked Scott's sexy voice in this podcast, what can they go do, Scott?
You can find me on Twitter at Scott Lee, at ScottFreeCap, and ScottFreeCapital.com. Although those things will not be around much longer because it's going to get renamed. I'm creating a company and everything will be under that. But more news to follow about all of that later.
Cool. And you can find me here on the Digicast channel, or on my Twitter is IndieJacob. I will be putting out another commentary video thingy soon. In a couple days. I'm going to really work on that. And with that, I think that's it. Thanks for listening, guys. We really appreciate all the support. And if you do know anyone who you think would get any benefit or joy out of a video game-based podcast, please share it with them. because we love the support and we feed on it.
Also, don't forget to subscribe and to like and to comment. And whatever you do, do not pirate games.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.